Let's go. Conspiracy News 27, I believe. They haven't reached a ceasefire agreement. F is, you already know, F the occupation. Yeah, it's 27. Trump running. That lady that was trying to beat the Republican representative for president bowed out. Of course, it's going to be Trump and Biden. Your only two options, Pepsi and Coke. You feel me? Yeah. Gloomy day in New York, and let's get it. Let's start it off with the ode to 9/11. Shout out Den Keeper. When you coming back, man? YouTube needs my boy. So this is what Gaza looks like. Just imagine that on a bigger scale. This is the Surfside Condo in Florida, ode to 9/11. I reported this years ago. This happened in 2001. Federal investigators on Thursday shared updates on their probe into the cause of the catastrophic 2021 condominium collapse in Surfside, Florida, providing key insights into factors may have led to the deaths of 98 people under a mountain of rubble. 98. 17. 6. Investigators had identified hundreds of possible points of failure in the building, eventually narrowing down about to 24 hypotheses which could have triggered the collapse. Officials with the National Institute of Technologies said in a presentation on their progress. The probe has revealed that the building's swimming pool deck, located at a ground level above an underground parking garage, collapsed at least 44 minutes before the rest of the building, confirming early eyewitness support reports. Potential structural failures in the pool deck or the columns supporting the tower are among the top issues now being looked at as the teams probe the cause of the disaster. Part of the Champlain's Tower South building crumbled to the ground in the pre-dawn hours of June 24, 2021, turning what was formerly a thriving residential building into a devastating scene as residents become crushed and trapped under a massive pile of twisted metal and concrete. Predictive programming for Gaza. You know what I mean? It took about a month for search recovery crews to find all 98 victims, and this is from a safe zone, not a war zone. Can you imagine how many people are under the rubble over there? Shit is crazy, G. It took about a month to find all who range from 1 to 92 years old. The tragedy affected families all over the world, including Argentina, Paraguay, and Colombia. In some cases, entire families were killed. The tragedy may have been decades in the making. Investigators have determined Champlain Tower's integrated been compromised when it was being built in the 1970s, noting the design and construction of some parts didn't meet standard building code requirements. Maybe they took it down just to show you. Oklahoma City. It becomes clear that the design and construction did not meet all the safety standards of the day. Surfside Commissioner Marianne Meshid told CNN following the release of the preliminary report, "I would be most interested in knowing if this was a very isolated defect or was it common to a particular era of development. But the search for the answers is far from over as investigators must continue to meticulously examine the evidence and rule out the long list of possible scenarios. The final findings are expected to release in a report next year." The agency investigates major building failures and disasters, including the World Trade Center on 9/11. Yeah, feel me? Connected. Hit me on that request line. I'm connected. But does not determine criminal culpability. Instead, it can recommend changes to building codes to improve future safety standards so everyone constructed is safe. Surfside Mayor told CNN the findings are a poignant reminder of the imperative need for protective measures and continuous maintenance in the realm of condo safety. The tragic incident in Surfside has brought into sharp focus the potential consequences of neglecting these crucial aspects and underscores call for proactive stance in the realm of condominium safety. Parts of the original building weren't up to code, investigators say. Towers were finished in 1981 and the structural design didn't meet the required building code. At the time of the collapse, the condo association had approved an assessment that detailed $50 million worth of repair, a process that began more than 2 years ago after receiving a report about a major structural damage in the building. Pool deck buckles minutes before tower collapses. Before the chaos erupted, one resident reported being woken by a family member concerned about metallic noises reverberating and just in the building, and just moments later watched as the pool deck fell into the underground garage below, said Emil Ganapati, who's co-leading evidence collection efforts for the investigation. The slab supported the pool deck collapsed more than 4 minutes before the tower came crashing down, according to new investigators. The connection between the slab and its support columns may have caused caused the slab to drop into the garage, they said. These were indications of severe distress in the pool deck at least 3 weeks before the collapse. Together, all these deficiencies created critical low margins against failure at the time of the collapse. Failure of tower's columns is also a possibility. Dozens of hypotheses remain. So there's your ode to 9/11. Alright, this is a cool thing. So, a mysterious galaxy-like shape appeared caught by the Northern Lights chaser like another galaxy, and this is it. That was in the Northern Lights image. Crazy, dude. That looks like a goddamn UFO. That's funny. But yeah. There we go, that's it. A view of a mysterious galaxy shape has been captured by Northern Lights chaser in Iceland. An image of the unusual display was shared 4 days ago on Reddit post by Shang Yang with a caption saying, "Can anyone help identify this mysterious shape that appeared in the Northern Lights?" The image shows a white circular against a green Northern Lights backdrop overlooking a snow-covered landscape. Yang told Newsweek that the photo was taken on March 5th just north of Akureyri, a town in northern Iceland, at 1:04 a.m. local time. The Redditor said, "My friends and I were chasing the Northern Lights during our trip. We saw that the Icelandic meteorological office forecasted a night of particular strong activity of an aurora activity, so we went to the remote area to get away from the Akureyri city lights." According to Yang, at around 1 a.m. local time, of them noticed a small circle of light up the north that quickly expanded into what is shown in the picture in the Reddit post. It is formed into a large spiral and seemed to be coming towards us. It lasted about 5 minutes before it disappeared. Valerie Rapson, an astronomer and professor of physics and astronomy at the State University of New York at Ioanta, told Newsweek that the recent launch of Falcon 9 rocket by SpaceX, of course Elon Musk, and I'm going to connect it to take us out, the American aerospace company carrying small satellites from the Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, is likely what caused the spiral shape in the photo. Rapson explained these interesting blue-white spirals can appear after the launch of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Every time I look at that shit, that looks like a realm opening up or a portal. When the second stage of the rocket is spinning and the vents fuel or performs a de-orbit burn, it creates a white spiral in the sky. Additional image of the scene that Yang shared with Newsweek show the beginning of the spiral forming in the lights before it's seen quickly expanding and beginning to take the shape. Why doesn't this... This should be more... Is this... Yeah, Newsweek. Whatever. Yang also shared a video with Newsweek capturing a spiral as it was forming, which shows the white circle against a pitch black dark sky. Voices heard in the clip saying, "That is fucking sick. That looks like a UFO." The spiral expanded and went into a general direction. In a moment, it was both awe-inspiring and a little scary because we knew it was definitely not part of the normal aurora activities. It also looked like another galaxy amongst the lights, Yang said. The latest Reddit post comes in a year where the Northern Light chasers may be able to capture a view of the natural light displayed from parts of the world that are normally not seen. Scientists say 2024 may see the strongest Northern Lights activity in the past 20 years, as well as a decade to come due to high solar activity, which is expected between the peak of January and October this year, according to the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Stronger solar cycles produce more solar storms with greater intensity, with dry geomagnetic activity. If the geomagnetic field is active, then the aurora will be brighter and further from the poles where the northern lights are typically most visible. This means that the aurora borealis will be viewed from lower latitude than usual in 2024. Damn, crazy. Gonna be a crazy year, in other words. This prick to take us out, because he's always connected to this shit. My bad. How y'all doing today? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, we don't do that here. Okay. Funny how, look at the title. Hold on. Exclusive. Elon Musk X is launching a YouTube clone. Notice they put the word clone. For smart TVs, starting with Amazon and Samsung in his bid to pivot to video. He wants his hands on everything, you heard? This the modern age freaking monopoly in this prick. In a bid to compete with YouTube and recast itself as a video platform, Elon Musk X is launching a television app for Amazon and Samsung smart TVs. A source at the company told Fortune. The company plans to launch the app next week, and the source says it looks identical to YouTube's TV app. Musk's goal is to encourage users much long videos on a bigger screen, which is part of the first teased in July, designed to make X more attractive to online influencers and advertisers. He is set on competing with YouTube, said the source, who asked to remain anonymous because they weren't authorized to talk to the press. The source cited live streaming platform Twitch, the encrypted messaging app Signal, and the social media forum Reddit, among some of the other services that Musk wants to compete with. The launch of X TV app comes as the platform, formerly known as Twitter and most popular as a service for posting short text-based messages, seeks to play a larger role in the crowded streaming video market. In January, X declared that it was now a video-first platform, touting a new video feature reminiscent of TikTok's immersive, full-screen, infinite scroll experience. But the company's plan is to extend its reach from smartphone screens to a living room television screen is hardly a novel move. Twitter launched TV apps on at least 3 other occasions, with the first versions dating back to 2010 on a now-defunct Google TV platform, in 2011 the Samsung Smart Hub platform for its smart TVs, and in 2016 after Twitter struck a $10 million deal to stream 10 NFL games, and the company launched video streaming apps for Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Xbox One. Musk's vision for streaming video seems to be focused around media, celebrities, online influencers, online game streaming to influence you to think a certain way. Fuck this prick. The social media platform recently inked a deal with former CNN star actor Don Lemon for a new show exclusively on X. Get the fuck out of here. You see, they try and influence you politically now. And former Fox News podent Tucker Carlson publishes long-form video content on X, most notably a recent interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The billionaire owner of X has also urged content creators to migrate their entire video content to X, asserting that they could stand to benefit from enhanced revenue streams. Ooh, I like that. Mr. Beast, a prominent YouTuber boasting 243 million subscribers, put X to the test by uploading a full-length video and publicly disclosing his innards. His X video generated over $250,000 in revenue, but he called it a bit of a facade because he believes advertisers capitalize on his widespread attention, purchasing ads on his video, thus pumping up his earnings. Additionally, multiple appearances in the video users' timelines within a single prompted speculation about potential amplification efforts by the X team. Competing with YouTube, which is owned by Google, isn't exactly easy, but luring creators with wads of cash could help X catch up. Nearly half of YouTube's U.S. viewership was on TVs in 2023. According to the information, and Nelson in January revealed YouTube is the overall top streaming service in the U.S. with 8.6% of viewing on television screen, compared to Netflix, which saw 7.9%. They don't pay anyway. X did not immediately respond to requests for comment. See, it says the platform is now worth 71% less than when Musk acquired it for 44 billion, suggests a valuation of roughly 12.5 billion. This guy's a doofus, yo. I'm sorry. We out. Conspiracy News 27. How you like me now? Good old George, yo. William McKinley. Check this out before we out. Little truth drop. Well, not only was JFK and Abe Lincoln assassinated, William McKinley was the U.S. president that was assassinated. Peep this. Peep this. I'll get to it. My bad. It was on September 6th, 1901, 9/11. 122 years ago. Crazy. Conspiracy or scripted reality? You tell me. We out. Peace. And James Garfield got assassinated too. Jekyll Island reviews coming soon. We gotta stay on that. Where it all started.